Instead of a offertory piece of music, we're going to have a witness each week for the next several weeks about the the campaign. Mike, if you'll come up to the pulpit microphone. Mike Mourot is going to lead us off in this. We'll have a different speaker each week for the next 6 to 8 weeks. And to familiarize you with the parts of the campaign to faithfully step into God's future.
My time? All right. It is a great time to be a part of Chapelwood Methodist Church. We are doing a lot of things. You're going to see a lot of projects that we're working on and ways to fund those. I am personally involved at Chapelwood. My wife and I have been members since 1977, so we've been here a while. I am fortunate to lead both the facilities planning team and also the capital projects or capital campaign. And I want to share with you a few items of what we're doing, but also offer up to you in any small group or anything that you want more information, we will be willing to come and talk with you. We're handing out brochures for the first time this Sunday, and it explains the projects and it explains the capital campaign that I want to talk to you about. You can see up on the slides a couple of things. One, the facilities planning team has been working since January. We are building projects that need to be put in place by 2027 to continue or enhance some of the ministries at our church. We didn't do this just to basically fix something. We looked at where our mission was and what we're trying to do as becoming more welcoming, more accessible, and more connected to the community, and that's a list of all those projects, and you'll see that in the brochure. We also realize that we are in a good position from a church. We have no debt. We're financially stable. This is a good time for us to look at what we can do over the next 3 years. So that's another position that we put ourselves as a capital campaign. We do need your support from a financial perspective, and I'll show you a timeline here in just a minute of kind of where we're headed as we go forward. Laura, next slide. So here's a few things. One, we have many of our outside contractors that we ask for estimates of spending to get us an idea of what some of these projects would cost. They say, well, you think you've got people in your church that are subject matter experts, or at least they think they are, okay? We found that to be an issue, okay? So what we've done, just so you get a little bit more solid sounding understanding, we've engaged up to 10 to 15 outside subject matter experts for air conditioning, electrical, all of the things that we're going to do at our church, and we're getting that as part of our plan. So I'll give you that as a help you feel better. I'll show you some pictures at the end. We did take out 8 trees. There's no question we did that. I'll show you why we did it right now. But we have built back in landscaping for all of the activities and things that we'll do outside the church. Accessibility is critical for our church, and so we're making sure all projects have all buildings, all locations accessible, and I think that'll be very good. Our goal is no debt at the end of the projects, no long-term debt. We fully expect we'll probably have to do some short-term funding. We have approached financial institutions both through the church and locally to be able to get that at lower rates, so we're working through that. The campaign is important. We have done what we call an affordability model. Is it feasible? You look at the size of our church, how much we faithfully give, and we're in a very positive manner from the amount we're trying to do as a capital campaign. So again, adding confidence that we kind of know what we're doing, okay? Here is the bottom line. We are looking at a 3-year commitment approaching $1.2 million. That matches kind of what we think the estimate of our projects will do. This is in addition to your stewardship gift. Worst thing you can do in a capital project or a capital campaign is to hurt your yearly stewardship. So we want to make sure you understand that as part of it. Next slide, Laura. So here's the timeline so you kind of get an idea where we're at. You know, in April, the Board of Stewards approved us to move forward. In May and July, through July, we'll be talking a lot of the campaign, as Paul talked about. There'll be speakers up here each Sunday talking about projects, talking about their commitment to the church. July 13th is kind of a day we want to start to have your estimates, commitments for what we need to do with the capital project. But with that said, if you're going out of town, we have cards out on the visitor table of you can make an estimate today, how much you think you'll give, those kind of things. So we are starting the campaign today, but you'll hear more and more speakers as we come through. July and August, we'll be obviously seeing where we are on the capital campaign. And then we have a church town hall on August 24th. And a key part of that will be a summary and where we're headed as far as the projects. What will we fund, what can we fund, and when we will do it. So that's kind of where we're headed, with the idea that the stewardship program will be in September and October. And we fully have told some of our contractors we think we can start construction on some of the projects in October of this year. Next slide, please. So here is something that you may or may not realize. 60 to 70% of the faithful giving we get at our church are people that do not pledge. That makes planning very difficult, okay? So one of the things we're asking you, even if you don't officially pledge, but you continually give to the church, we would like for you to step out, give us a little bit of your estimate of what you can afford to make a contribution to the church over the next 3 years. Why do we ask that? We're obviously working with financial institutions as far as how much short-term debt we can take on or not take on. So we would have a better estimate of the overall cash flow of the project. So that would be what we would like. A capital campaign gives you an opportunity to give us your wealth in different ways. Let me be real honest, okay? Not only could you give us a cash payment, which we like that, okay? There's also opportunities if you have stock that has appreciated, you've got profits in it, we have a way to convert that without affecting you as a profit, and so it's a great way to take that wealth. We also have, if a lot of folks have inheritance money or property that they become ownership of, and a way to convert that into cash for the church. And then some of us have had IRAs, and you've got a charitable rollover. This is at any age. But you also are, some of you, including me, we have reached a point where we have to have required distribution from some of those investments, okay? We have all of that set up for you to make it easy for you to take the finances that you have today and be able to convert them for what we need at the church. Next slide, please. So many of you talked about or know we took out 8 trees. Some of these for a lot of reasons. You can kind of see at the top of the slide. When we had the hurricane, we had over $10,000 damage from limbs coming down on the buildings, different places. We were bold and said, hey, we need to take out these trees both for the structure of the building, but also for the drainage. We got a great deal because we have a lot of contractors in the area gearing up for hurricane season. They've got the right equipment, ways to do it. And so we went out and got bids. We estimated originally it would be $50,000 to $60,000. It ended up coming in at $30,000. So a good reason we did that. You can see on the left side, if you've never been back to the courtyard, when we built the original church, it wasn't by accident. We knew we built the building around a tree, okay? Well, we knew we'd at some point have to deal with it. And so we had to have cranes take it out. You can see what we took out was a huge tree right in the middle. You can see on the right side of this, that's what a lot of the trees looked like. They were not healthy, and so it was a good deal for us to take that out. Next slide, please. And so, give you an idea, within 2 weeks after taking out the big tree, we have now a working courtyard for our preschool, which happens to be one of the largest in southern Brazoria County. So I appreciate the time to talk with you. I am excited about this time in our church. We are financially stable. We've got an opportunity to really reach out in the next 3 years and do a lot of things, build on the programs that we've got today. But I'm excited and proud to be a member of Chapelwood Methodist Church. Thank you.